Effect of milk feed stores, frequency of feeding and age of turnout on calf weight at mating and first lactation milk production, by David Gleason and Bernadette O'Brien. Gleason and O'Brien were given 108 10-day-old heifer calves on which to perform their experiment. Group 1 were offered 3 treatments: once daily feeding with whole milk, twice daily feeding with whole milk, and once daily feeding whole milk going outdoors at 38 days of age. Group 2 were exposed to 3 treatments: once daily feeding with whole milk, once daily feeding with milk replacer, and once daily feeding with milk replacer going outside at 38 days of age. The treatments were conducted for 70 days with weights being recorded weekly until day 80. Weekly concentration intakes between pens were recorded from day 10 to day 39. Calves were offered a starter ration from day 10 to 66 and a calf pellet ad libitum thereafter. Experiment 1 showed no significant difference in live weight at reproductive maturation between the 3 groups. However, in Experiment 2, once daily milk replacer had a higher weight gain for days 10 through to 80. This is reflected in the paper Pre-Weaning Milk Replacer Intake and Effects on Long-Term Productivity of Dairy Calves by F. Subramanian, with a similar live weight of 83.1 kilograms. Post-calving milk yield and body condition scoring for Experiment 1 were calculated. The once daily outdoor feeding group had the lowest body conditioning score of 3.9, but produced the most milk in their first lactation. The twice daily feeding group produced a similar amount of milk, but had a better body condition score of 4.3. Calves on the once daily milk replacer consumed a higher amount of concentrates post-weaning, compared to once daily whole milk feeding and once daily milk replacer going out to grass at 38 days of age. Feeding a higher level of concentrations indoors post-weaning may have a negative effect on calf performance, as concentrate levels decrease when the calves are put out to grass. This explains why the positive trend of weight gain for once daily milk replacer was not evident at reproductive maturation. This study shows that calves can be successfully raised on milk replacer or whole milk fed once daily from 10 days of age, with similar live weights at weaning and reproductive maturation, as well as a similar first lactation production, compared to calves fed twice daily. Turnout at 38 days had an initial negative effect on the calves, but this was not evident at reproductive maturation. Indoor milk replacer calves had a higher live weight at weaning and turnout. This is correlated with the increased concentrate consumption post-weaning. Concentration consumption had a large influence on calves up to day 80 rather than feed type or frequency. Heifer weight at reproductive maturation was influenced by heifer management from day 80 to reproductive maturation. It can be concluded from this experiment that feed frequency, age at turnout, and feed type had no effect on live weight at reproductive maturation or first lactation milk yield. Several additional research articles have explored the biological consequences of dairy calf rearing practices. They demonstrate general consistency across climates and regions. This concludes my presentation on calf rearing systems.